Hello world, hello YouTube land. Right, to celebrate my new HD camera, I'm going to review 3D comics. The front cover is 3D anyway, the rest of the comics is normal. The first one's Darkseid #1 or Justice League 23.1. That's the front cover in HD. Darkseid on the front. Second comic, Green Arrow 23.1 or Count Vertigo #1. Remember, it's Villains Month in DC this month. There we go. Now I'm saving the best cover to last. That's Batman and Robin 23.1 or Two-Face #1. The 3D cover works really well on this one. Just if I can get that on my camera. So that coin. There you go. That's the winner for the best cover anyway. Two-Face. As for the actual comics themselves, so I'll talk about them briefly with a couple of spoilers. But I'm not going to, go right to the end and tell you exactly what happens in every comic. The first comic, the Darkseid one, Darkseid. It's basically the history of Darkseid. It felt to me a little bit like Thor from Marvel Comics universe. Even had a trickster called KO, the Chaos Bringer, who's almost like exact copy of Loki in the Thor universe. It's a very simple story. Of Darkseid killing the old gods, just like what happened in the recent God Bomb or God Butcher arc in Thor, and he gets their powers. Now he's travelling to other worlds, Darkseid, to destroy the worlds. Why? I guess he's just a capitalist, and that's what he wants. The last one standing is the winner, just like in capitalism. I guess that's what Darkseid is all about. He's sent to Earth by KO the trickster. He obviously loses to the Justice League. Gets his bottom handed to him by the good guys, and then he buggers back off to Earth #2. So what this comic really is an advert, really, I'd say, for Earth 2, and he's also appearing in Superman / Batman, that comic, which I don't like the artwork for that comic, so I don't pick that up. So will I read on? Will I be picking up Earth 2 and Superman / Batman? Nah, not really. It's not interesting enough for me. So that's Darkseid #1. Not that interesting to me. It's okay, but it's just another comic in my opinion. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Alright, the second comic, the best cover, Batman and Robin or Two-Face #1. This is a better comic. It's what is it better? Well, it's about Two-Face, Harvey Dent. In his comic, Batman is gone, and Two-Face flips a coin. Heads, I've got it in notes here. Heads, I save Gotham. Tails, I make it bleed. That's the beginning of the comic, so it's a fantastic start. That's how Two-Face lives his life, on the flip of a coin. What happens is the Scarecrow makes an appearance and interrupts his coin toss. So before we can find out whether it's heads or tails, Scarecrow comes along. That obviously upsets Two-Face a bit. But what Scarecrow is doing, he's on emissary on behalf of the Secret Society. He's offering Two-Face a role within the new Villains Month, I guess, as part of the Secret Society to cause chaos. But as a bad guy who thinks that everything should be decided on the flip of a coin, he's not a man who can actually fit in with a group. I've got a quote here from him. One of the criminals, so he's trying in this impromptu court that Two-Face has set up, says to him, "Who made you judge, jury and executioner?" His response, "Me." So he's a power-tripping nutter psychopath, basically. That's Harvey Dent, that's Two-Face. He's not going to take orders from anyone but the coin, but the flip of a coin. So he's not going to take any orders from the Secret Society either. So he's not going to be able to join the Secret Society. But I thought this was a very good comic. Who's the writer? I think it's Tomasi. Yeah, it's Peter Tomasi. Yeah, it really gets to the roots of the character of Harvey Dent. An absolute sociopath, really. Using the coin as justification for his psychopathic behaviour, really. It's not me, it's the coin. That's what he's doing. So he's an evil man, but an evil man who's so evil he can't join a group. He prefers to do his evil alone. All explored in this comic, very good, with an 8 out of 10 for Two-Face. The last comic, and notes, and my favourite, Green Arrow, or Count Vertigo. This is written by Jeff Lemire, same artist as well as usual. Let's just get his name because he readers deserves me to, at least mention him when I'm doing this review. I should have learned his name by now, really, because I'm really enjoying his work. Andrea Sorrentino. I'll give you a quick example of some of the artwork in here because it's very impressive. What we're doing here, again, we're going back into looking at the roots of the individual villain. In this comic, it's Count Vertigo. We're going back into his childhood to see why he's turned out the way he has. A bit of a cliche, but it works really well here. There we go. There's Count Vertigo as a child saying, "You will not disrespect me." Yeah, like I was saying, this can be a bit of a cliche, going back into the childhood of a super villain and see what what made him what he is today. But there's something about the story. I wrote it down here. It's subtle, and I actually buy this person as a real person who could exist in the real world. And there's beautiful artwork here as well. There's Count Vertigo's mum. I won't spoil the end of this one, but you really see what sort of person that Count Vertigo is and why he's acting the way he's acting now. And it all makes perfect sense. I could actually imagine bumping into this guy, hopefully I won't. I can imagine bumping into this guy in the real world. Count Vertigo could exist, and that makes him even more scary than like a paper thin villain like someone like Darkseid, the previous comic I read. So yeah, I won't spoil too much about this because I want people to go out there and get it for themselves. So Count Vertigo, #1. I give it a strong 9 out of 10. Great, that's it for me. That's the end of the reviews. I'll be back later, maybe on Wednesday when it's the new comic book day, and I'll have a whole handful of comics to look at then. Okay, that's it for me. See you later.